Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik from RazorEmporium.com coming at you today for another shave review video. I'm excited. We're gonna get shaving with a straight razor, and finally, by popular demand, we're gonna be using the Caswell-Massey number 6. Let's get started. Okay, we're gonna take it from right there. All I've done so far is apply a little bit of the secret ingredient, the Razor Emporium pre-shave bar, as a base underneath my soap. I know I probably should just evaluate the soap by itself, but guys, as I always say, it's no fun shaving on a set with cold water and no prep. So anything I can do to hack a better shave, I will do it. I'm gonna use hopefully just whatever's on the little cap of this number 6. I mean, it's a huge amount of soap. This is, how many ounces? It's 8 ounces of soap, so it's a lot. And the price is 26 bucks US. So think about it, like, you know, a lot of artisans are charging $15 or $20 or even $25 for 4 ounces typically. You're getting twice the quantity here. And it's America's oldest, seriously. Caswell-Massey did a whole spotlight video on them, but it's been around since 1752, and I believe this number 6 is what George freaking Washington used. Okay, so literally the first president, our founder, leader of the American Revolutionary War, used this, and now I have the distinct honor and privilege of using it as well. And again, I'm gonna see if I can scoop off whatever's here on this lid, and if this alone is enough cream to make a lather. I think so. So there we go, we scooped it all off. And the scent, I don't know what's in it, but it's spicy and like smells like gunpowder and just raw American emotion. I don't know, it smells great. I probably should know what's in it. I didn't even look. I love it. It's a great smell. Really good stuff. I'm already sensing I need more water. It's okay, it's good. It's starting to form. I always want you guys to see this process. I don't want to just like come back and it's all like done nicely. I want you to see the struggle bus. See what's needed. And almost always the answer is more water, more agitation. I need a bit more water. There we go. I know, I got someone said in one of the comments, stop slapping yourself with the brush. I seriously judge the lather quality that way. It's not an exaggeration. It's not a gimmick. I can really tell a lot about the lather based off how it hits. And a hydrated lather sounds different. Like a dry lather won't make that thuddy sound. It just won't. And then I'm also looking, when I do that, I look at the peaks. If it comes out and forms like a peak, that's good. It's hydrated. If it just forms like a paste and it's just kind of like pasty and dry, obviously I know I'm not hydrated. And then when I go back and I just kind of smooth it around, it should look like whipped cream. Like this should look like you got out the old KitchenAid, you know, blender, and you got out some heavy whipping cream and you made like your own homemade whipped cream. That's what it should look like, guys. If it's not, work harder. Add more water, agitate more. That's a good lather. Happy with that. Okay, so yeah, we really did have a lot of comments like when you're going to use Caswell-Massey. So, and I'm really happy to carry them. It's been selling really well for us. We've placed several reorders with the company, and I love it. I'm an American patriot, so I love carrying one of the original soaps for our country. All right, great. That all being said, by demand of our video producer, Marissa, I'm calling you out, Marissa. She's always saying, use more straight razors. People love when you use straight razors. And I'm like, I don't love using straight razors. I like them, but I will never say I love them. I think it is challenging. And it's so much easier just to whip a double-edged razor around. But I said, okay, fine. So I said, well, what should I use? And she said, use something from one of our kits. So in one of our kits, we sell the Straight Razor kit. We have an option for the Ralf Aust Razor. This is the 121 NPKS. Ralf Aust is famous for these long, weird numbers and initials. It's very German because it probably represents, you know, the size and the material and all that kind of stuff. It's $150, again, American, U.S. retail. And this is what we can kind of consider a moderate or maybe second tier level kit razor. It's going to have looks like a 6/8 razor. It's fully hollowed. It's got a round point, so this makes a great beginner razor, or if you're getting started with straight razor shaving, or maybe you've got one a little small, like a 5/8, and you want the next upgrade up. It's got a beautiful engraving on it. Again, these are handmade in Germany. Ralf Aust is one man. He's not a big factory, and he does a great job. So I've always told people you get a great value with Ralf Aust. Any straight razor, if you didn't already know, I'll go through all the bells and whistles here. To open a straight razor, you should go 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, okay? And what this does is it forms, I like to call it like a foxtail. By having that handle up in the air, it actually provides great balance, and also it gets it out of the way, obviously, but it provides great balance. And so you can kind of like, as you're going one way, it's going the opposite way. And yeah, it's like a cheetah. You see a cheetah running down the savannah, its tail's up in the air, like doing counterbalance. So with hollow grinds like this, I'm going to always lay it flat against my face and then slowly angle, and as I find that cutting angle, I'm also going to skin stretch. So I'm gonna start over here and kind of pull up with one hand and make sure my cheek is as flat as possible. And I can even use like my jaw and kind of like pull my jaw muscle tight, like my skin tight, to provide a really good flat surface. With a double-edged razor, like this one I have over here just in case, the guard is actually doing this for you. The guard is kind of going in front of the blade and kind of flattening things out and kind of creating some tension. You don't have a guard on a straight razor, obviously, so you need to do that mechanically in another way. Very nice. This is going to be an enjoyable shave, I can already tell. Okay, when it comes time to get the lather off, what do? You can put it under the sink. You can. Nothing wrong with that. I will tell you, it's a risk. It's like driving without your seatbelt. You can. It's a little risky though, right? The best way to do it is to grab a towel and pull the straight razor through a towel. Yeah, you're going to get this big clump of hairy foam, but who cares? This way you don't accidentally ding your straight razor on the faucet, okay, or ding it on the sink, or drop it in the sink. You got slippery hands going on, water. Plus, this carbon steel does not want water on it. If you guys know it, like good chef knives or kitchen knives that are carbon steel, they don't want water on them. So don't get it wet. Another kind of sensation you may notice, especially if it's your first straight razor shave, is there's more friction, and it may present as tugging. You're like, oh, it's tugging more than my double edge. This is very common. Remember that this blade is 3 inches and this blade is half that. It's like an inch, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so it's literally like 2.5 times as much surface area of blade touching your face at once. I'm also now, I'm doing kind of like my neck jawline area. I'm pulling down from here and kind of like shifting my cheeks over. Take your time, course, I'm getting a cramp in my back. For like something like this, my jawline area or my goatee area, I like to kind of feather that out, make sure I can see the line I'm going to try to achieve. I'm really going to use the, on a straight razor, we have the toe and we have the heel. So I'm going to use more of the heel here. And I know I have a goatee, I'm cheating, I'm not doing the full straight razor shave. I know, guys. How can I possibly own a shaving company and have facial hair? It's just, it's ridiculous. I may even use it a little bit sideways. Slow and steady wins the race. With a straight razor, there is no rushing. And I'll tell you what, I do really enjoy that. I do feel like with the double edge, I can just whip it out. The straight razor, there's no whipping. I'm enjoying this. And this is a lot of people wonder about buying their first straight razor. Is it shave ready? I can tell you that Ralf Aust, I have really never heard anyone complain about the Ralf Aust. Like some people said like Dovo maybe don't arrive shave ready in the past. I know they've worked on their sharpening process, but this Ralf Aust feels great. For my lower neck, my hair grows up. So I'm actually going to switch now. I'm going to kind of hold the razor like this in my left hand, and I'm going to kind of carefully go up. And again, pull my neck low down here, and then kind of lift up to try to stretch everything out and make it taut. Always nerve-wracking. But I do it for you wet shavers out there. Haven't had to bail. I do have my double edge as a bailout, but I haven't had to bail out yet. Trying to think of how I'm going to get this area. I have these reoccurring ingrown hairs that have nothing to do with whatever I'm using, and I'm just not absolutely perfectly careful. I'll get it. It's always in the same spot. It drives me crazy. Just want to like laser remove it. Be like, be gone. Okay, this side's actually, and it's pretty darn close. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to my left hand, and I'm going to be skin stretching out with my right. And this does take a little bit of practice, but it's worth it. You can go a long time of just keep on building up lather and whiskers because there's no guard, so it's nothing to get jammed up. It'll just kind of pile up on the blade, which I kind of like. Plus, I kind of find like when you're in the zen and like everything's going good, you haven't sliced your face, like just keep on going. If you find that angle, like in your muscle memory is just kind of kicking in. That's half of this, guys. is just learning to hold it the right angle. And I haven't straight shaved probably for over a year. I mean, literally, whatever last time we did one on video, I haven't done it at home. It's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just, it's definitely a little nerve-wracking. It's like riding a unicycle. You got to do it often to keep in good shape with it, right? You can't get too cocky. That's when accidents happen. Whew! Okay, I think I got most of it done. Let's just kind of trim up this goatee a little bit. Now this one I always cheat. I use my right hand. Whew! That's good. If you're hearing a bunch of noises, there's someone outside the studio moving stuff around. We told them to stop it, but they're not listening. It's okay. We need to move the studio to like the middle of a forest. There's no one around. Okay, I'm gonna rinse this off. I really enjoyed the Caswell-Massey. I really like this fragrance. I'm gonna have to like see if my wife likes it as well, because this is like very masculine. Feel like a American rugged individual. Ooh, always good to rinse off. Nice cold water. I don't need, I mean, if I go over with a double-edged razor, this is kind of like test. I mean, maybe a tiny bit. Yeah, no? I mean, if I'm not brave enough, I really am not. I will admit it right here on camera. I am not brave enough to do an against the grain pass with a straight razor. And for those who can, I salute you. Like, that's hardcore parkour. I'm happy just to do a with the grain pass with no blood. I'm good with that. I just have a really tricky beard. It always has been. That's why I started the, search into wet shaving myself, and I still struggle with it. Like I said, I got this little ingrown hair that's over here that just has come from something I did at home. I don't know. I've been using the injector a lot, but it's wiry, it's coarse, my skin's sensitive, it loves to ingrow, my beard grows in all sorts of random directions. And so it's difficult. But those guys who can do the against the grain, man, I'm like so impressed. I really am. To finish up, I didn't think I have, I think there's a cologne for this, but I don't think there's a balm or anything. So I just grabbed the Parasso White for Sensitive Skin Balm, which is pretty much fragrance free. So it's not really going to interfere with whatever lingering number 6 is around. It feels great as at the time of the shooting. Weather's starting to change here in Phoenix. It's getting a little colder. And man, I know I'm just keep on rubbing it in, but it feels so good. You get a little dry in this time of year. Your skin gets dry. It's always nice to have a balm. I always tell people like splashes are great for summer and balms are great for winter, right? So we did it, Marissa. We did the straight razor shave. And again, if you buy a straight razor kit from us, this is one of the tier levels. It has the Ralf Aust. Again, I'm very impressed. I've shaved with a Ralf Aust multiple times, probably the third or fourth time we've used a Ralf Aust on video. Very impressed. Shave ready right out of the box. That's what you can expect. And again, the price point, again, this is $150. That's like buying probably a $200 or $250 equivalent from another brand. Just because, I mean, not to get too much into the nuts and bolts, but like we buy right from Ralf Aust. Whereas Dovo, like we may have to go through a distributor and like there's a markup they have. And so you're getting a really great value. Plus, I love supporting an artisan. Like he's legit, like just a craftsman who has a wonderful workshop and he's cranking these things out. The old world way. So we have the old world straight razor from Germany. We got the American old world Caswell-Massey, number 6. Great straight razor shave. I'm feeling good, ready for the day. That's all I got. If you've used a straight razor, if you love Ralf Aust, if you love Caswell-Massey, if you love George Washington, tell me below in the comments. I want to hear from you. If you do leave a comment, you're entered to win this, the official Razor Emporium black and blue t-shirt. That's all I got, guys. Share this video with someone who needs to see it. Like this video if you like it, and we'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving. Thanks, guys.